another generation, they want to forget the history of today. They want to rewrite what happened just 2 years ago. And we got to make sure that they're not successful in doing that. That's why moments like tonight are so important. That's why being an influencer in your community is important. And I just want to reaffirm that every single one of you have a voice and you have your circle of influence. So don't be afraid to use it. And realize that you are deserving and valued and deserve to feel valued. That voting is important, but let's not forget the need to organize 24/7 because we have so much work to do. And anytime we slow down, we're losing ground. And so please remember just the importance of continuously organizing to protect our democracy and to strengthen our democracy by ensuring that it is truly representative of every person, not just a few. So thank you again.
Woo, woo. Thank you. We should have a song turn now. No, everything moves. I'm ready to go. Ready to go. Ready to do it. Because you haven't stopped you. I'm ready to flow. I'm ready to flow. Storm and push me back. We're dancing. Thank you. Can I have your attention, please? I'm going to read you the guidelines for the God says, make a stand. Something good. The significance of this in this moment, which should include the purpose or history of the song or why it speaks to you personally. This is also the moment to encourage them to sing, even if it doesn't sound perfect. The point is to sing it with heart. Lyrics. Have the group speak the lyrics before they sing. By singing, everybody let me hear you say. Singing. I'm going to sing it through one time and invite you to join in. As you get it, encourage folks to believe they got it. It'll be leading guide folks into learning lyrics and singing powerfully. Sing it with love. Sing it like you mean it. And also let people know it's empty. Give me gratitude. Always thank the group and show them love for being brave enough to stick together. At this time, we give a warm welcome to Mr. Tyler. Mr. Tyler. See, right here. Filling in for his place would be Rod Joseph for U.S. Senate. Rod is
day we here for a good reason. It is the day was lost all democracy. The day we almost faced with what we call the tyranny. I'm from Haiti. This is the example of everything that doesn't work. It's because there's no respect for rule of laws. There's no respect for people's choice. There's no respect for the democratic process, which is we vote, our vote count, we choose, we select, and life goes on. This is the day all veterans, we spin our heads, we say, we did not sign up for this. We did not fight for this because we've been told from day one, we go fight to uphold our democracy here. And on the 6th of January 2020, it was the flip waves. I didn't know if I was in Iraq or Afghanistan or the United States. But we still have people that support the idea of saying we did not choose that president because we do not like him or his states. But we have a rules, we have a constitution we need to uphold. And we are the leader in the whole world for a good reason. Because once we go to vote, we give results, everybody goes out to their business, we prepare the next election. We don't have burning tires, we don't have burning stones, we don't have burning cars. People are not afraid to walk, people are not afraid to protest. But on the 6th of January, it happens. The unbelievable become believable. So today, we don't come here to celebrate. We come here to commemorate the day we almost lost everything we cherished. That's our precious democracy. That's our democracy process today. I can be here serving in the United States Army. Get out, go fight, and come back to continue serving my community. Because my color don't matter. It's just what I represent. If we let that happen again, next year, 10 years from now, your children, my children, will not have a say in what's going on in this country. The last time I remember, this is the melting pot for the whole world. This is where you find salvation. Everywhere you've been persecuted, everywhere around the world, you come to the United States, you find comfort. It might be not the easy comfort, but trust me, if you focus, you want to be playing a part of it, don't just live the American dreams. Having a car, own a house, and then you don't never come to a rally, you never support the causes, you never go to support the social issues. This is not the American dream. The American dream means to be part of the dream because we're in a continuum mode. We have to upheld our constitution. We must take part to be doing what we want to be happening. Stop asking a candidate what they want to do for you. You need to ask them what you want them to do in their job. Because the public servants, they need to serve you. They're not here to satisfy you or your personal needs. They need to satisfy your social needs, your voice, not your bedroom setting, not your couch. They need here to represent you. That's what democracy is built on. We select leaders, we channel every issue to them, and Congress, Senate, they go, they fight for what we need down below. So, with that said, I say thank you for everybody that came here today with the cold weather, because Florida, we don't used to this type of thing. But I understand, this is the beginning. I don't want you to think this is the end of a fight, because the way the system is going, with a governor that decides to dictate what a woman can do and cannot do her body, whose genders he described, we can just say into art. By the time you say this is not you, when they come to you, they already want to us and they will become weaker. But if we stand up the first one, none of us and behind, we become stronger. Then we take twice before they attack one of us, especially our rights. Our civil rights, our constitutional rights is not a gift. This is sacred document we all need to abide for. Nobody gives you favors, and this is not a privilege. I heard some people say that. This is not a privilege. No, if it's a privilege for me, It is for you too. So nobody gives you more privilege than I do. Today, I want you to look at left and right. I don't see colors here. Look at, we see human that believe in one cause. That's what unified us. And we need to multiply to make sure we get our voice heard at the highest level. We got 5th November. People think it's 2 years from now, right? It's tomorrow. Because the guys that try to change your way of life, that try to fight you for what you believe, they never slept. They always working, always coming with your plans to always mess you up. But I'm tired of being on the defense. I want to be in the offense too. Let's put them on the defense. The only way we can do that is go by vote. Register to vote. Support people that share your ideology. Stop voting people just because they wear a suit. Stop voting people just because they went to Harvard. Because we have all of them, plenty of them. And stop voting just because they done it to you personally. Because in the game, if you stand alone, you'll be by yourself. But if you stand together, we are forced to be reckoned. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Joseph. Thank you for your service as well. At this time in our program, I'd like to bring up Deborah Elliott.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I'm Deborah Elliott. I have lived in this community in and about for a number of years, specifically since mid-80s. I've worked in Pine Hills. A few people here this evening I've worked with. I'm very disappointed that we don't have enough people out here this evening. I have gotten back into this struggle a little reluctantly for that reason, but I can't let this day go by without at least putting my 2 cents worth in. Those that are over there playing basketball right now should be over here listening to some of these messages, and they're not. And we, as adults, should be concerned about why they're not over here. I'm not a speech maker. I'm not a politician. I'm just an angry African American German woman. I am an immigrant to this country. English, the King's English was not my first language. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Anyone? So when people start talking to me about Hitler, I have a few things to say about that. So when I look at Orlando, when I look at Sanford, which is where I live, I think about what my dad said to me. Ex-military, I'm what they call a military brat. He told me to keep my behind out of Sanford for good reason. Now, as I said, I'm not a politician, I'm not a speaker, but I do have some things that I noted that I would like to say. So forgive me for looking at my notes, but I'm really upset. And what happened on January 6th at my Capitol, I'm really upset about that. Number one, I'm here because I feel our governor is oppressing me.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
He's
ma'am.
oppressing my rights,
Yes, ma'am.
my adopted home of Florida. I came to the Panhandle. Anybody know the Panhandle? Milton, the Blackwater River. Okay, got a few stories behind that. If trees could talk. DeSantis opposed No Child Left Behind. DeSantis opposed the race to the top. talking about raising standards, talking about aligning policies. That's something that former President Clinton attempted to do when he was in office, saying that education policy should be made at the local level. Instead, DeSantis introduced Higher Education Reform and Opportunity Act that allows Florida to create their own cherry-picked accreditation agencies. And what that says to any parent out here who has a child in school, you should be concerned. He claims it gives students access to federal loan money to put towards non-traditional education opportunities like learning courses, vocational schools, and apprenticeships in skilled trades. Unlike this young man behind me who is off to higher education soon. And we should all clap for him.
Yes,
Because
yes, yes, yes,
he's the anomaly
yes.
of what we are seeing in this community. And I came here today, again, just to put my little 2 cents worth in on that. See, I was volunteering at that time at a school in Tallahassee called Kate Sullivan Elementary School. I don't know who's here from Tallahassee that knows Miccosukee Road and Kate Sullivan. Nancy Dewey was the principal at that time. You know what she told me as a volunteer? She told me that Kate Sullivan rolls out the red carpet for you. Okay? We need critical race theory to teach us how wrong that statement in and of itself is. I mean, we talk about rolling out the red carpet. We talk about it at all of our awards. There's not a person in here that has not heard about that particular colloquial expression. But let me educate you on something. Do you know where that came from? The red carpet. That came from slavery. And all of our ancestors that had to walk across the red carpet. So the next time that you hear that term, think about that. Think about what our children are not learning in their schools. He claims that access to federal loan money puts non-traditional education opportunities at the forefront. And he's encouraging our children to go in that direction. Many of them are not mainstream. When I moved to Central Florida back in the 80s, there was a wonderful woman at FAMU that I knew and had a lot of respect for, and that's Dr. Sybil Motley. And I don't know how many of you in here knew her when she was alive. She warned us against taking our children out of mainstream education and putting them under that umbrella of ESE, which also includes the gifted program as special education. They like to talk about kids that ride short bus, but all of that falls under the same umbrella. And I'm very disappointed that in 2023 that we're talking about the same things that we talked about when I first moved to this community. And that has to stop. This whole woke insults that I get, being a lefty or being a lefty liberal or whatever label they want to put on me. I digress. DeSantis, and forgive me for constantly bringing that name up. God only knows that I get tired of hearing it. And he led this effort, this war on our children where critical race theory is concerned, to the extent that I wrote a screenplay about it. And I'm catching heck here trying to produce that here in Central Florida as a Black family. But it's real, and it's impacting our children. And our children really don't know how to deal with this. So you as parents have got to get on board and start teaching your children, not expecting learning institutions to teach your children what you should be teaching. DeSantis announced this woke bill, Stop Wrongs to Our Kids and Employees, otherwise known as the Woke Act, supposedly to allow parents to sue school districts that teach children their history. We're coming up on Black History Month next month.
Yep.
And this is how we're walking into uh, our future. And I've got a problem with that. We're sitting over here from one of the most famous stadiums in the world. Used to be the Citrus Bowl. I haven't been downtown Orlando in a while. Now it's the Camping World. A lot of things are changing here in Orlando. A lot of things are going back to when I came to this country back in the late 50s. And I don't like it. I don't like it's just another bunch of names for Jim Crow. And everything that we dealt with as people of color in this area. So I could go on and on again. The voting rights. I sat over in Sanford. No reflection on, or maybe it is, on Mr. Anderson over there in Seminole County. But I sat in front of the library and watched people put ballots in paper containers. And we've got to get on our P's and Q's about voting. And we've got to start creating ways that we can get young men that are over on that basketball court under this pavilion of care. We used to talk about this as it takes a village. And I don't know, Orlando is a pretty big place, but I'm happy to see everybody here today. But this village needs to grow.
Yeah.
Because we're not doing our part. It's nice for us to sit up here and hold up little signs, our freedoms, our vote. Channel 2 News didn't even want to stay. Excuse me. But he took some pictures of the food and something to fill in the gap tonight on the news. That's not real. They're ignoring us, and we're allowing it. And I say we need to stand up and stop this woke stuff now.
Okay.
Yeah, woke.